Textual Analysis, Employee Engagement Beyond Onboarding. Nicole Trapp, COM 610, Queen's University of Charlotte. Theoretical framework. The two questions that the analysis is going to ask the reader and hope to answer are: is there a significant impact on new employees remaining engaged after the initial orientation or onboarding to a new position? Secondly, the perspective utilized here is the rhetorical criticism of modern human resources practices that are based on the Abraham Maslow theory of self-actualization. The employee engagement in particular that the analysis is based on is the onboarding and engagement process at Google Incorporated. Johnson and Sings of 2010 described Google's onboarding process as recruiting and pre-start preparation. There is a 2-week face-to-face training and orientation, online training, mentoring program, and nuclear support community. On-the-job training and practice-based learning is primary in their onboarding, and the term nuclear is used to identify engineers, new engineers at Google Incorporated. They are well trained, and it is evident in their orientation process that it is vital that their engineering teams are well trained. They're also linked to more experienced employees who can support their learning and acclimation to the company. The critical method of the textual analysis, again focused on Google, is their study that Cable, Geno, and Stats did that describes in detail the process that Google Incorporated has designed and prepared for their staff to indoctrinate them into the company culture. In the midst of differing definitions of onboarding, the onboarding definition that is most commonly utilized is the process to build and retain talent joining to a new organization, by stressing how important it is to get employees to understand and commit to the company's values starting on the very first day. The interviews that were considered for the critical method were complemented by observations that were taken of new employees, document analysis of their experience, and also a review of existing survey and statistical data. The findings. There is a proven connection between the theory of self-actualization when onboarding develops into a training sequence within employee engagement that continues beyond the point of onboarding or beyond orientation. Furthermore, the Maslow model presents a means for understanding the needs of the individual and the worker. Training makes the worker more secure and can enhance the feelings of belongingness and self-esteem. They also find that it provides the opportunity for self-actualization. The primary findings of the onboard article about Google Incorporated, which is entitled Learning to Be a Programmer in a Complex Organization, reveal that this company has found an orientation process that welcomes their new employees in such a manner that does in fact instruct them on how to complete their work, but also maximizes peer learning and collaborative practices. This again is noted with their mentoring with a more advanced engineer. This is especially regarding their nuclear new employees. These practices reduce isolation, enhance congeniality, and increase employee morale and job satisfaction. So indeed, the findings of the research, especially relating to this particular article, is that yes, orienting new employees is very important. Making sure they understand how to do their work is very important, but even more important is that engaging with employees beyond that point of orientation is what's going to help them to have a more satisfactory work relationship with their company. The implications of the research include employee engagement does help to identify what new staff members need and what they desire to get connected to the organization or company. The companies will shift to a more inclusive engagement program. Um, those that do will also experience greater loyalty to the company. The companies will experience reductions in turnover and improve performance. They're going to help their new employees to be able to develop a personal identity, socialization, and that will help them to remain adaptable, agile, flexible to what the company may ask them to do in the future. Companies that attempt to transfer a fixed set of values and norms to new employees are less able to adapt. So if they're only going to give rigid values and norms, without helping them to be engaged, they're going to find that those employees that have not been engaged beyond orientation will not be as adaptable to changes. Mentors in subsequent training transform employees into being accepted as viable, and valuable members of the organization. This is going to help them to become more likely to remain after onboarding and again reach that point of satisfaction and self-actualization. Although the primary textual analysis was completed on the article Journal of Workplace Learning by Johnson and Sings in 2010, there were other references that were utilized for the complete analysis of Google Incorporated and the way that they both orient or onboard their employees and their engagement beyond. Thank you very much.